Hello and welcome, Chaotic Amateurs listeners. It is your old pal Bentley Michaels here, reminding you to subscribe to the Patreon, hit us up on Twitter, on Instagram, or on our website, ChaoticAmateurs.com. And, leave us a review on the old iTunes, the Stitcher, the Podbean, wherever it is. Help us climb the charts, interact with us. We want to hey, how are you doing? Oh, that's good. See, that's the kind of interaction you can expect from us. Please hit us up, interact with us. We'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on the show. And now, on to the episode.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of Chaotic Amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs. I am your host and DM for Season 2 of Chaotic Amateurs, Bentley Michaels. To my immediate right, we have...
Caleb as Yamhorn Doril.
And Rhett as Duroc Dragonsbane.
Milo Isrin.
And last time, ladies and gents, we got our little adventuring party together in Ale for Sale. And very
a franchise opportunity, if
and
you're
it
interested.
is Ale number 4, sail spelt like a sailboat.
No, it's Sale, S-A-L-E, but the S is a money sign.
Ooh, there we go.
Even better.
Your waitress, Tammy, I know you guys called her Tiffany. She was very helpful.
I
And
don't recall the name
Valtread Boulder Grip sent you on a quest for Duroc's great-grandfather's sword that was thought to be lost to time. You guys went through the woods and had a sweet little dream, little movie trailer dream. And then as you came upon the cemetery, the ancient dwarven cemetery, you noticed 2 guards.
It's the Seastone burial ground, by the way.
Durgar. And I think I said Dorrag last time, but no, it's Dorgar. But Yammy getting some sweet stealth in.
Yep.
He noticed that they looked different and brought it back. And Ren, through his study of the ancient texts, knew exactly what they were. Duroc, being a proud dwarf, and he walked right up to them and said, "Ho there."
Oh, and Ren also saw something. But
yeah.
we don't know that. All he told us is that it's been desecrated.
His words.
His
not
words.
ours.
Yeah.
His words.
I mean, his name is Life Soil, so maybe he desecrated it. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Poop.
No.
And we left off last time with the left guard.
No.
If you were facing them.
On our right.
I thought it
If you were facing them,
It was
was
the
the left
right.
guard.
was the right.
Yeah. The left,
You were
the left
approaching-
one had the javelin and the 2 small hammers.
and he's the one who threw the hammer.
Oh. That makes more sense than somebody
then
chucking
throwing a gigantic warhammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I said warhammer, I meant light hammer.
Okay.
Threw that right at you, Duroc. Now, you're far enough away.
We
but
start with a...
You're far enough away that I will give you, as a person who has seen some stuff, that I will give you the chance to do a dexterity save.
I'm 90% sure. Oh no.
That percentage is dwindling, it sounds like.
I was going to say, I'm 90% sure that I can actually substitute my strength for my dex on these types of saves, but maybe I'm wrong. So, that's fine. I wouldn't know where to look. I have very little.
We're going to, and specifically, it's athletics, because you're going to need to jump out of the way.
Now we're talking. I'll roll an athletics check. Oh boy. It's still 12, but it's still pretty low. Could have been higher.
Hammer to the forehead.
You're not wrong. That's not too bad. You take 7 hammer to the forehead damage. And And what are you two going to do at this point once you see him getting clocked in the dome?
I want to get closer.
I raise my hand.
No, I didn't say you. I said those two.
I know.
I don't know about you, but I want to get closer. I don't know if you want to stay since he just took a hit. If you want to stay with him.
So how are we approaching this?
You two are approaching from
on
their left,
right,
your right.
left.
He's down the center. So you guys are. We'll say he's like right in the middle of the clock, and you guys are over at.
We're on
at
point
3
with him, yeah.
o'clock, 2 o'clock, coming in at an angle.
So yeah, I'll stay like on your back, more on
towards him.
And I'll say that you guys have snuck up to probably 30 feet at this point.
Okay. I look at Ren and I say, "I'll take the other guy. You help this guy out."
You got it.
Cool.
So
I'm advancing still towards the one on the right.
Everyone roll initiative.
What did you want to say, friend?
I was gonna say, as soon as the hammer hit my face, I drew my sword.
He yells, "Ketchup!"
I got 10.
5.
7 total.
What the?
Hold on. So, you?
10.
Okay. You?
5.
Okay.
7.
Okay. And 10.
Ren 10.
And
You're
10.
5. Yammy.
But they don't necessarily know that I'm there.
Oh, they do.
They do?
Oh, yeah. So
enough.
one of these guys rolled an 11. We'll say it's the guy who hit you,
Okay.
and we'll say that was his first attack.
Okay. Sounds reasonable to me.
Oh, other guy rolled 90-20. So he's actually first, but since I'm giving.
Oh, benevolent DM.
He is going to go last because we've already
He'll be
passed
the
him.
start of the round.
We've already passed him. So, Ren, what would you like to do to Durgar on the right?
I'm going to actually cast Bless on both of my friends. And
Okay.
you can have an extra D4, which I have for you guys.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have to
To-
roll for that. That's just automatic.
They can use it on an attack or a saving throw.
We'll have to roll the D4, but we gotta hang on to it.
That I just meant only they have to roll. You don't have to roll.
I actually don't get one. I can't cast it on myself.
I meant
But-
as far as
yeah,
for
yeah,
you
he can just-
casting it,
he
you
can
don't
just
have
give
to
it to
roll.
us.
Like
it
it's
just
not like an
Okay.
attack roll.
Great. Okay, Duroc.
Oh, and I'll also just kind of move up kind of in the middle of them if I can.
Sure.
And call it
Like
good.
of him and I,
Yeah.
or of okay.
Of you two.
Okay,
And just
so
myself.
I draw my sword.
Head pounded. You got a
I've
little,
got a
got a
very
little goose
thick
egg.
head. That's like the least.
Perfectly round.
It's like
it's like a
literally-
construction hammer.
Yeah, I've been punched in the face harder than that. Okay, in barroom brawls.
12, please.
I'm Duroc Dragonsbane. Okay, so I draw my sword.
Okay.
Whooshink, and in the other hand,
And I would say you're about 15 feet away from him.
in my other hand, I don my shield
Okay.
with my family arms on it, which is a very poor depiction of Zarvog.
It's actually different.
What?
Your crest is actually different. I
Oh,
designed
it is
already.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me what it is though?
Sure.
Because I got my shield with it on it.
There's
so.
a shield,
Okay.
2 crossing hammers,
Okay.
and a sword going through the middle of it,
Oh, okay.
Which is
the sword.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds good. So I draw my 2 hammers crossed by a sword shield, and
Shields on shields.
Shields
and
for days.
so I'm 15 feet away.
Yep.
Yeah, I just run at the guy who threw the hammer at me, and I
Why'd you do that?
and I attack.
I said ho there. Okay.
Who's your commanding officer?
All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm glad Tammy's tied up and safe.
So I can use this for
She's
what?
not tied up. She's playing
Attack roll.
Attack roll or saving throw.
Do I have to use it before?
It does not say you have to use it before.
So you
I
can roll
I can
first,
roll
so
you
and
can
then
roll
roll
first.
to
and find
add.
out you have a
Yep.
crappy roll.
I'll allow it.
So I rolled a 24.
It's a hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure.
Roll for damage.
Okay.
So you come running in at this guy, sword drawn, and he's still sort of recovering after his throw, and you take a big old slice at him with your sword, and you hit him.
Yeah. Oh God, which one's the 8?
The one that has 8.
the one that looks more like a diamond.
Okay, so I roll an 8, and then I get
+8.
Yeah, I get. No, that's my bonus to hit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My sword is +5, but then I get +2 from dueling, and I think I get something from savage attack. Let me look real quick. Savage attack, once per turn, you roll damage for... Oh, yeah, I can re-roll damage if I want, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
So I do
8 + 5 + 2.
13 plus
2.
15 damage.
Okay.
That's a pretty good hit. Is he dead?
No.
No.
God. Dragonsbane.
You rolled how much?
15 damage.
15
Total.
And I get to attack twice.
Oh, okay.
22.
Okay.
To hit.
Hit.
$11.
Relax. He can
No,
do math.
he
It
did
was just
math.
taking too long.
He did. I was trying to be like 15 minus 4.
How much?
11.
All right. He did.
Yes.
Yeah, my sword
What does
just
it look like?
sings, rejoicing in its blood.
Oh, nice. So you had slashed him initially across, like you caught him right up here, like in the shoulder and the neck, where his armor wasn't quite, and took it down around his chest, cutting the strap which held on his sort of shoulder armor, and then classic Duroc did that backhanding spin sword and took his head off.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh, so that's what people mean when they say, I did a Duroc.
Yami
always
yells
wondered,
from
yeah.
across the
I've
battlefield.
heard that.
I yell back, I'll tell you the story sometime.
Yamhorn.
All right. So since his cover's blown, he's just going to charge out from the woods and take his hammer, 2 hands, and he's going to helicopter it over his head and
Okay.
try to swipe him against his noggin like he's playing t-ball.
No, right?
Oh, were they close enough? I should have sweeping attacked them and hit them both.
Well, it's too late now,
suck.
buddy. All right, so here we go. It's just going to be a straight melee attack. Nothing fancy about it. 11 plus 5, 16.
Meets.
So that hits, right?
Meets beats.
All right. Okay. 9 plus 2, so 11 total. And as a class bonus, I get an extra attack.
Okay.
So here we go for the second one. 18 plus 5.
Okay. Hit.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. 10 plus 2, that's 12.
All right. So you're attacking with the hammer?
So I'll come across the head, and then I'm gonna go for the waist on the cross back. So
Okay.
like I'm
Like
swinging
his
right
lower
to
back.
left against his head, and then I'm gonna swing left to right at his waist, like trying to hit
Hit that
floating
hip.
rib. Yeah, that
Gotcha.
area.
All right. So you come in, Yami ablazing, give it that sweet helicopter twirl, smack him right in his head. His little helmet sort of turns around. He's like, "Duh." And then you come right around and knock him right in the hip, cracking his hip. And he sort of falls over to the right because you hit his left hip. He falls over because his hip cracked and his leg sort of gives out. So you hear even more. And he's just sort of like on his messed up leg and like laying down now.
Yes. Okay. Not quite dead, but laying down.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like kind of like down on like one knee with one leg out, you know.
Nice.
So-
wait. Sorry, I'm getting used to this. So I'm going to take my cunning action. And
Don't get greedy. Just remember.
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to use cunning action, and I'm going to hop into the woods.
The woods are 20, 30 feet away now.
Well, I'm not going to hide. I am
this
able
point-
to disengage
And
without.
at this point, it's only just a few trees here or there.
That's fine. I just want to get away. So
Okay.
So after doing that strike, I'm using my cunning action to disengage and get back.
Okay.
We'll say 15, 20 feet.
You just ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strike and go. Strike and go. Strike and go.
He is going to the Dorgar number 1 with hip problems now. The only one close enough to him is Darak. So he's going to, with his right hand, take his big ol' sweet hammer, his war pick, and give it an old right hand slash out towards you.
I like thinking of that, like flailing from the ground.
Like, yeah, because he's
trying to get
on his
your
right, so
ankle.
he's just going to kind of swing out because he doesn't really know what else to do, and he's in a lot of pain.
That's fun.
He's got that concussion happening. Let's see here. 19 to hit.
My natural armor class with my armor is 18, but with my shield out, it's 20.
Oh.
And
So
he did say,
you readied your shield. So in classic Turtles fashion, you're Casey Jones, and he swings.
Strike one.
Whiffer. All right, and now
being a turtle.
and now this guy, because of the weight of the hammer, he's splayed out and he is prone. And we are now to Ren.
These guys seem pretty weak. I'll go ahead.
do you say that out loud to them?
Yeah, I do. I'm like, you guys,
You
kinda
seem
falling
weak.
over yourselves.
These are the guards.
Suddenly, they split into 2.
No!
I'll
has PTS.
I'll go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on the still standing one.
Well, there's only one left.
Oh, the other one is dead.
Yeah, he cut his head off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
I'll tell you the guys why they call that doing a Durock.
So I'll actually walk up to him and hit him with the stick.
Okay.
Get that stick action.
That's 12.
He's prone. Does that do anything?
He is prone.
Oh, that gave me advantage then, right?
Yeah.
No.
All right. He is prone, and it's just what? It's like a little staff or something.
Yeah, it's a little.
All right. What are you gonna? Okay. So just roll a d4 then.
1.
All right. You go up and you boop him right in the face. Take that.
You're weak.
I learned this in cleric school.
Yes. You walk up to him. You're like, "Wow, you guys seem pretty weak," and then. Weak being the last word that you said. Boop. You got a little cocky. You were like, "Oh, maybe this will just take him out."
Stronger than I thought.
The power of Uragalon compels you.
All right, Darak.
You're
up.
him with my sword.
Okay.
Cleave his head straight off.
Correct.
Good one, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to think it's.
I just can't see it just because I'm on the other side of the.
Crit could be one of two things.
Yeah, it's a good crit.
Okay, cool. So, what would you like to do to him?
I'd like to walk up to him because he's like laying on the ground.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
pretty messed up.
He
He looks like one of those bozos at the end of a marathon who passed out.
I like flourish my sword up and then hold it like this, and I go, "You're disgusting," and then I whoosh, stab him right through the heart.
All right, damage.
Three plus 5 is 8. Plus 2 is 9.
He's dead.
10.
So-
times 2 though, because crit, so 20.
He's dead.
All right, good.
He had two left. He had two left.
Oh,
But yeah,
He had two left.
yeah.
he did.
So,
And
you do your little swing. You do your little flourish. You disgust me. And then right through his heart, sweet noise, and you kick his body off of your sword.
and as that's happening, Yamhorn holds up his hand. Wait! We need information. Oh shoot!
All right.
I don't think you're going to get information from these.
You're
ones.
now at the bottom of the hill. Once you enter past that wall, you notice like right past the wall, there's definitely like sort of a very
I want to
nice.
loot.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to move yet.
Okay.
I'm just saying you're at the entrance and you notice that there is a very finely made path that goes straight It's like a bunch of little rocks. They're all different shapes and sizes. The dwarves were definitely showing off. That wasn't one thing. It's like they found the perfect rock, no matter what size it was, to make this path that's about 4 or 5 feet wide.
I like it.
All right, go ahead.
Now I loot.
You loot?
Yeah.
All right, what would you like to loot?
Is there anything interesting about the Warhammer?
It's a huge warhammer with spikes on one side, and as you can see in the book there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I forgot. My Warhammer has the 1d10 stun. I forgot to roll that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, oops.
Well,
I'm not interested in the Warhammer.
Great.
Anything interesting about the armor or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit
I
on one of
leave
the
it.
guys' chests and just kind of dig through.
Okay.
their
These
pockets
guys have
and stuff.
nothing on them. They're
I cleaned the blood off my sword on one of their shirts.
I would have used his beard, but sure.
Fine, I use his beard.
All right, because they're white beards, little half-dead looking Santa Claus is here.
Oh, yeah.
So, since Ren, when I addressed Ren earlier and asked him about his loss in his life, and he opened up to me, I go to him, I look at him, and I say, "Is there anything you feel like we should do for these fallen people?"
The dwarven life, and these guys seem undeadish, right?
They were once dwarves. They are no longer.
They are no longer dwarves.
Leave the bodies
F
to
'em.
rot.
I feel like we could put them somewhere that's more rocky.
Okay.
Sounds
I-
like
Throw 'em
like-
to the ocean.
Like I feel like Ren is being a little more forthcoming and open with Yamhorn. So I'll do, if he wants to take the time to do that, I'll do it. But
at the moment, I would rather just see what's down this road.
okay,
I'm more concerned about what's directly behind this wall.
all right, I'm down with that.
Well, what's directly behind the wall is
that path.
The path is in the opening of the wall, so the path goes straight up. But directly behind it, for an easy visual, like that sort of hilled cemetery out in South Salem across from Dunkin' Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Once you enter in, and you could see this because the whole thing goes up the hill. You saw, it's a cemetery. So you saw even when you were far away and that sort of stuff. And now that you're up close, it's where people are buried on either side of this path. This entire thing.
That'll be an Instagram.
Sure.
I want to take a little closer look and see if I see any of those shadowy, like figures moving around.
Like what you saw before.
Yeah, like what I saw
All right.
before.
Give me a perception.
It hit like 3 dice.
I think that counts.
That's gonna be 22.
Okay, yeah, that counts.
Natty 20.
Oh, it was 20. Sorry.
I got a natty 20. So you see nothing
Okay, so they hide.
at this point.
They're just a little too quick for you.
So what would you guys like to do?
I want to survey and just get a look at the tombstones or the raised tombs or whatever. Like, see if there's any interesting names or anything like that might stick out.
Nothing that you would recognize.
Okay.
As soon as we walk through the gates, though, I remind them, I say, "You're on holy ground here. Be respectful."
Yamahorn scoffs.
And then I start walking straight towards my grandfather's mausoleum.
Okay.
Great-grandfather, but,
Yep.
Yamahorn still has his hammer drawn, but he's got it in his right hand and it's not quite dragging, but it's just down at his side kind of lazily, and he's just carrying it.
Okay.
That's
so
all.
I'll go back to the dead dwarves and I'll pull out. I've got a pouch.
Used to be dwarves.
We used to be dwarves.
Yeah.
Pull out a pouch. I have a little bit of dirt in it from home.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna wipe a streak across each of their foreheads, and then go on.
Okay. So you start making your way up this beautifully made stone path. On either side of you, and also at the bottom, it was sort of narrower with how the wall is built and as it goes around. So as you go straight up, the hill gets wider and you start just to see more and more graves and more things. This has been here for thousands of years and that sort of thing. But up at the very top, I need you guys to make a perception check right before you get there.
You guys want to play a game? See who can find the oldest grave?
Natty 20. Natural 20.
7.
Nice.
Natty 20. Milo's holding
3.
us up.
Okay.
3 total.
Once again, Ren, you notice as you sort of crest the top of the hill, that sort of weird shimmering thing. And just because you came up over the hill and the way the sun hit, you see two sort of shimmering images on either side of the door of the mausoleum that are definitely the same size and build of the door guard that you saw before.
Okay. I just want to point it out. I'm seeing the same figures, but in a...
When he points it out, can we see it?
Can you guys see it?
Roll for it.
I'll give one of you guidance.
Is this perception again?
Yeah.
18.
Use your wisdom.
23.
I got 18. We're good.
Okay. You both see the same sort of sunlight coming through, and you're like, oh, yeah, little outline there. Little invisibility cloak action happening.
Oh. Wow.
These guys can turn invisible.
Yamhorn acts like he can't see it, though.
Okay.
Like, I'll say out of the side of my mouth, I see it.
Okay.
But I'm going to act like I don't see it.
You already had your sword and shield on. I don't think you put them away.
You're right. I pantomimed putting it away, but I never said it, so they are out.
You did finger guns and pretend to holster them.
I went like this.
And Yamhorn seeing this and mentioning that he sees it, but trying to act natural, he's going to kind of split off.
Okay.
And like maybe try to get towards like another tomb or another...
I addressed
There's not another mausoleum up there,
Okay.
but what you folks do notice is that if you're looking at it from front on, that to the left and back about 500 feet looks to be a very similar mausoleum type thing. You guys can check your phones. I'm sending a picture of sort of what this thing looks like. But as is the mausoleum, the walls and the sides and everything are solid stone. This almost looks like the gazebo version of that back, and it's much closer to the edge. It only goes back probably 600 more feet, so you can definitely see the ocean at this point when you're up here, and that sort of thing. But it's definitely held up by instead of there being walls in between all the bracers, it's open, so it's like a gazebo. And up at the top, there's a very elaborate open space that takes the sunlight and shines it directly down onto this huge quartz crystal. This land is considered sacred because, similar to like a sword in the stone scenario, the dwarves found this huge quartz crystal that they couldn't mine out, and so they built this initially, that thing, and then then they were like, this is holy land, we should do, and so there's that.
So that's in the mausoleum 500 feet away from...
It's not a mausoleum, it's a gazebo.
Right, but the...
Gazebo-lium.
Yeah,
and
there
since
we go.
I'm a genius at stonework and recognizing the
But you already
history
know
of
all
stone,
of that.
And yeah, people told me when I was a kid. So I tell them that
Okay.
because it seems important.
You're acting like a tourist?
I'm a tour guide, yeah.
So
Okay.
I guess then that's where... Wait, you said it's 500 feet away from the...
If you guys are, let's say, coming up over the hill, 20 feet in front of you is the mausoleum.
With a shimmering...
No, 500
Ghost
feet. Yeah, with the shimmering ghost people. Then about 500 feet back and to the left.
Like beyond what?
Back
the mausoleum.
and to the left
Okay.
is the gazebo thing. Sort of like if you're right at 6 o'clock, this is up at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And back
Oh,
500
And
feet.
what's to our left and right? Like, is there anything?
Graves.
Graves. Just like normal
once
tombstones?
the path comes up to the top, there's about a 10-foot ring of the stone that circles, and if you were to see directly behind the mausoleum, there's a path that goes out to the edge, so you can just sit there and meditate. There's some benches, and they got those gold machines where you can, like on the in New York, where you can like look out onto the.
Yeah.
Do they take gold pieces?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
And then there's a small divergence left that goes to the gazebo in the same thing, but you guys can't see that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call huddle.
Now remember, these creatures can see you, so I will
Right,
give
but-
you I will give you about a 15-second huddle.
As far as Yamhorn is concerned, he thinks that they're
Sure.
not acting, right?
As far as you're
They
concerned.
can see us, but they're not acting. Okay, so I'm gonna call a huddle. You guys, come close.
Okay.
A little closer. Okay, so what do you make of the big quartz? Is there like anything significant other than the fancy dwarven thing of it?
I can probably tell you.
Nothing more than I already told you.
Okay.
Yeah, we just couldn't mine it.
What do you?
So
what do you?
it's
What do you?
special.
Holy ground.
Holy ground.
What do you guys
And
think
it, like,
about me?
Refracts the sunlight and stuff.
Okay, first off,
Pretty.
are we?
It's very much, by the way, it glows even in the daytime because the top of the thing, the way that you guys have engineered the top, no matter where the sun is in the sky, it takes the light and like basically mirror
Like
reflects
refracts
it
it
down.
Cool.
And it glows even throughout the night, solar charged, and the
Right.
moonlight also does it. So it also acts as sort of like a lighthouse scenario.
Oh, cool,
It's
cool.
very,
I approve of our dwarvish ingenuity.
As do I. It's quite impressive, dwarf. So, do we all agree that we need to take out those two shimmering dwarf folk?
Yeah, I was going to kill them before you called this huddle.
Okay, so what?
I need you all to make dexterity checks.
Sorry, you'll have to beep that.
Athletics checks?
Dexterity for acrobatics.
That's also a natural 20.
5.
18 or no, 17.
Not very dexterous. Roll the 5.
Getting hit in the head with a hammer again.
As soon as they attack, the invisibility breaks.
Oh no!
So this time, it's the one on the right. Throws the hammer.
They always...
Hits Duroc right in the head.
In the same spot.
While Ren, being attuned to it before, sees it almost immediately as like the head of the hammer starts to become invisible and his thing is broken. You mob out. You just like a split second later, and you mob out. And
Okay.
Duroc, being old and a little bit shook up from the last hammer, he's like, "What's going on?" Clonk.
If you can dodge a hammer,
You can dodge.
a wrench.
Well, never mind.
Yeah,
you
okay.
can't dodge
You
anything.
can't dodge a
apparently.
hammer, yeah.
I don't believe in dodging. Okay, that's the Duroc
So
way.
one
Take
of them,
it head on.
one of them is visible.
All right.
Everyone roll initiative.
Okay. Wait, how much damage did I take from the hammer?
Oh, good question.
Can it be a small amount, not 7 again?
Lucked out. 5.
Okay.
22 for initiative. Can you believe it, Yamhorn?
10.
Oh my God!
Yamhorn
crit fail.
out.
Crit fail on my initiative.
You gotta head out on a high note.
All right.
What did you get?
22.
Okay. And what'd you get?
10.
Okay. And you crit failed?
Yeah. Oh, hey, somebody's
Right.
got it. Okay.
So
Somebody's
you got a
taking
crit
up all the
fail,
crits
but what's
over
your
here.
plus? Just out of curiosity.
My plus on initiative is +2.
So 3 total.
Nah, he crit failed.
Yeah, I crit fail.
He got a 0. All right.
Negative.
Yamhorn,
Yes.
you're up first.
All right. So as soon as he throws that hammer at Duroc, and I am privy to the fact that he did that, I'm gonna immediately run to the left and then try to charge in at him. And,
Okay.
Since I already have my hammer drawn, I'm gonna pick it up, grab the bottom part with my left hand, and I'm gonna swing right at his knees. Try to take out his foundation.
Go ahead.
$17 total.
Ooh, just barely. You hit.
Yay!
So, you do a little zigzag. You run in. You swing. And right as you're swinging, he barely moves. So it's kind of like a Muay Thai thigh check. He kind of moves enough that you hit his thigh. Still
Gotcha.
doing how much?
$11 damage.
Okay, still doing 11 damage. So you hit him right in the thigh, and he and definitely takes a stutter step back.
And I want to use my extra attack.
Okay.
because it's just a thing that I do. 15 plus 5, that's 20.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's a hit.
It is. And how much did you do the first time? 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
And another, 8 for that one.
Oh.
6 plus 2.
Hey, Yammy coming in with the big guns.
Can you believe it? Season 2 is a complete flip.
I know. I don't even recognize you. No
The yin
dreads.
to the yang, yeah.
All right.
No
now, that
dreads,
guy that
hitting
you
rolls.
just hit, he's going to charge right back at you, Yamhorn.
Uh-oh.
And
He's a coward.
he critically fails. So he
Sucker.
goes to swing at you, but his right leg that you hit with the hammer cramps up, and he kind of like stutter steps and trips. He can't get his right leg working underneath him.
Yamhorn yells out, "You need to drink more water!"
Or not getting hit in the leg by a hammer. Now, Yamhorn, the invisible one, attacks, which is pretty much to your sort of turned shoulder with a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. Oh. Multi-dice here on this hit damage.
What? They get multi-dice and I don't?
Ooh.
Garbage.
Oh, I forgot to roll my d10 on the hit.
Oh,
Is
for
it
the
too late?
stun?
Oh, we're gone, man.
Okay.
It's the one
It's
that's not
okay.
attacking, though.
Yep.
It's okay. It's
Whatever,
fine.
We're
fine.
done.
He missed.
All right.
I didn't think
so,
of it in that moment.
he hits you for 9 points of damage, and he's just going to
Shit.
crack you right in between your shoulder blades with that hammer. Give it the old King Griffey Jr. Boom. All right. Ren, you were up.
All right, so I'm going to call on my god again to bless my two friends.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, I feel something, even though
I-
I totally don't believe in it.
I
It's-
accept
it's-
the blessings.
yeah,
of
I
your
feel
God.
so blessed.
I accept the blessings of your God as long as he stays out of my way.
And I've seen Yamhorn get hit pretty hard. I'm going to go ahead and bless him with Shield of Faith. It'll give him +2 AC, and there's a shimmering light that surrounds him. It's kind of pearlescent.
I like that.
Sounds hot.
And I've got my shield and my staff out, and that's all I can really do right now.
All right.
I feel like a weird sort of aura about me,
Mhm.
and I look back at Ren, and
Someone
I look
just
at
cracked
him.
an egg over your head, and you're like, ooh, tickly.
Yeah, I get the chills, and I look over at Ren, and I give him a quizzical look, like, what's going on?
All right, Duroc.
Well,
A little traumatized from those 2 hammer hits to the head.
no. So there's 2
Are you
left.
kidding? That happens every day.
2 left.
There's only 2.
Are they? How close are they together?
They're basically, if there's the entrance, very similar to where you had it before.
They can
So
both
if
attack
I did
me.
a sweeping attack, could I hit them both?
I'll allow it.
What's the range on sweeping attack? Like, how close do they have to be?
It says it has to be within 5 feet of the other guy.
And they both attacked me with melee, so I think that counts.
Okay, so
Negative
first,
1
I'm
Bentley
basically
point.
going to roll to hit one guy first, and if
Okay.
I hit, then I can expend one of my superiority die to hit 2.
Sweet.
Not a crit fail. A crit hit.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay.
Do what you like.
So I am going to expend one of my superiority die, which I think are 1d8s.
Twitter will tell you if you're wrong later.
Okay, 5. So
At least we have interaction.
does my crit hit both of them?
I'll allow you to do your sweeping attack.
Okay, so here's the thing.
What does
so
the
my
sweeping
sweeping
attack
attack, so the second attack, if I hit the first,
Mm-hmm.
I
And you
expend
did.
a superiority die, which I did. I rolled a 5. If the original attack would hit, it takes damage equal to the number roll on my superiority die. Now, however, since I critted,
Mm-hmm.
do I roll my superiority die again for extra damage? How would that work?
I'll allow you to double damage
Okay. So
as you critted.
I'll just roll again then.
Okay.
Like a regular crit.
But the first one should get your bonus. The second one shouldn't.
So the second one... Yeah.
The second one who's got the
So
leg
the
cramp.
second one I hit for 12. Now let me roll my regular damage on the
Okay.
first one. Which is 6 plus
11.
5. 11 plus 2 is 13.
So
Okay, but since I critted, I get a roll again.
Yeah.
So 13 plus 5 is 18.
so that's on the first one.
18 damage on the first one.
Yep.
Then 12 damage on the second one.
Yep. Second one's dead.
Okay.
First one, not looking great.
Is this the second one that
Is
he
the one
hit?
that you hit in the leg.
Okay.
Okay.
So you were going right to left, and I was working on the one on the left.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Is that right?
Opposite.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Either way, one's dead.
Yeah.
Yep, and the other one's not looking so hot. Yammy.
Oh boy. I don't want to spend a spell. It'd be fun, but I don't think I'm going to do it. So, seeing what's he look like? What's his position? What's the
Life
setup?
story? What's his position on politics?
He doesn't
Pro-life?
like him.
Pro-choice?
No.
Did you vote for Bernie?
All right, so basically he just got rocked. What, you hit him in the head?
Yeah.
Okay, so he swings through, Duroc swings through, hits this guy in the head who comically like spins around. So he just got done doing a 360 and he just crushed this, and he came down straight, angling down and crushed this other guy's skull.
And I actually have a second attack. Can I do that?
No, we're on to him. We already moved on.
Fair enough. Fine. In exchange for that attack, I say,
Have a nice spin.
You say nothing. Yamhorn, what are you going to do?
spin.
Okay. So he's spinning around, and just as he settles and catches his balance, like he's still a little dizzy and dazed, I'm gonna hit him, like before he even locks eyes on me.
Okay. He's just coming around the horn to see Yamhorn.
I like it. 20 total. I rolled a 15.
Got him.
Nice.
10 total.
Oh, he did.
Okay, good, because I have an extra attack just in case.
What would you like to have happen? You
So
tell me.
Just as he kind of settles in, it looks like his eyes are still kind of wobbling around because he's trying to get his balance.
Hey, it's you.
Yeah. Right when he says, it's you, ping, right
across
against the side of the head. Yeah.
Or the side of the head.
Well, same thing. And
All right.
And like his head just immediately slams to the ground to the side.
It does, and when it does, it basically the head, once it hits, and because your hammer's still there, it looks like a pumpkin who's been out in the cold and is rotted and coming in on itself. But then also jelly donut.
Yeah.
Yet.
I approve.
Yeah. So once again, you've felled the 2 Durgar.
Ooh.
So you guys are at the entrance to the mausoleum.
Mm-hmm. And this is my great-grandfather's mausoleum.
Great-grandfather's mausoleum.
I clean my sword off on their beards.
I don't. I leave the brain and guts on my hammer. But I look to these guys and I say, do you think we should check out the other structure first, or do you want to just go in?
I am mildly curious about the...
Me too. Even if it doesn't lead to anything, I'd at least want to check it out just because it's pretty.
Do I know enough to tell them that it's like...
You know enough to tell them that it's an open gazebo-like thing. It'd be like checking out the gazebo down by the Capitol, except there's a big stone right in the center of it.
Yeah, I'm just like...
And there's other cool carvings and stuff, but it's more a touristy or a meditation type thing.
I tell them that. I'm just like, look, guys, that thing over there, it's cool. If you want to go see it, go see it. But it's literally...
Immediately, as soon as he says that, Yamhorn walks over just to go look at it.
Okay.
He's not
and
interested.
as there are no guards there...
Yeah. Like, just
Okay.
that I
I'll
don't have
wait
any
over
intention of, like, trying to figure out some puzzle or anything. It looks cool. He says, to me, the
Roll a
threats are
perception.
gone. The threats are gone, and he says it is just what it is.
I also walk over.
12.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
The one that's always, like, secondarily interested in things is always the one that notices the most.
So you walk over to the quartz gazebo. You check it out. There's a big, huge, very clear, but also it sort of looks, it's kind of like this mouse pad here where you can tell there's a clear layer out on the top, but it's glowing, sort of an iridescent white. From the top of the gazebo, with how the mirrors and everything are sort of placed, you can see the sunlight because of the way that they've shaded the rest of it with like the sort of domed roof. You can see like this just beam of sunlight coming right to the top of the crystal. And there's great dwarven carvings and designs and all sorts of stuff all over the inner walls and all that sort of stuff.
DM, can I do an investigation just to kind of take in the dwarven carvings and stuff to see if there's anything interesting?
Metagaming, you can, and you'll waste time.
Okay. I just want to take a breath. I want to sit down and just kind of take it in. Even though Yamhorn's a little jaded, he still finds peace in certain settings. Like
everyone likes a good sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just want to take it in. We're by the coast. I can hear the coast.
Yep.
And I just want to smell the sea air
that ocean air.
Just kind of appreciate the beauty of this thing.
While he's doing that, I just wanted everybody to know I'm sitting at the door to my great-grandfather's mausoleum, and I'm sort of like mentally like trying to speak to him. I'm just like,
okay,
sorry things went down the crap hole.
I was kind of curious about the way the light reflects out of this thing. Can you...
It's like a glowing, pulsating thing that like at night you would see it more. Right now it just looks like in the inside it looks like a flame that's kind of growing and coming, bigger and smaller, like pulsating out.
Can you adjust the light or...
No.
Or
it collects
change it
the
all?
sunlight from the sky.
From the beam
and then
down top.
diffuses it
And
out.
then
Wait a second. Okay. Yamhorn.
Oh, jeez.
This is going to be a waste of time.
He's
but
got
that's okay.
lighthouse skills.
So he's noticing the sunlight and he's taking it in and he's just kind of basking in it at first because oftentimes in the area it can be rainy. So he pulls out of his pack a small mirror mounted on a metal handle.
Okay.
And he wants to just kind of deflect the sunlight off of the quartz just to see what happens.
Cool, yeah. This is something I kind of wanted to do.
And if there's ants on the ground, he's going to try to aim it at the ants.
That's not exactly what I wanted to do.
So you're going to deflect the beam coming down from the top?
Yeah.
From the quartz.
Yeah, off of the quartz.
Yep.
Do I need to roll anything for it, or
No, you can do it. Nothing happens.
Okay. Do I get any ants?
No, there's no ants.
There's no ants. Okay.
And we keep this place clean.
I say, hey guys, look at this. This is cool. It's science. And I try to
Only Ren is there.
I try to aim it in
500 feet away.
I try to aim it in Ren's eye to annoy him.
Yeah, he's 500 feet away sitting on
Okay.
the steps of the mausoleum.
At that point, I turned around and I go back to the
Okay. All right, guys, fine.
Look,
All right,
you guys
and I
come
go back to
and
the
I say-
mausoleum.
I go, pretty cool piece of dwarven architecture, right?
It is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
I liked it.
That.
All
What
right,
would you guys
so we're
like
at
to do?
We're,
I'd
we're
like
at
to
the
enter
mausoleum.
the mausoleum if possible.
I
I don't know what the door looks like. Other than
Can we inspect the door? Can we look at the door?
The door's open because this is a shrine to him.
all right.
It's
where
not
people-
meant to keep people out.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Well,
And
Is there
as the
any-
picture you show earlier,
yeah.
Is there any inscriptions or anything that we?
are you entering the mausoleum?
Yeah.
I want to
I've
on the
entered.
face of it, on the
No.
outside. Okay.
I've entered. I've walked through the threshold.
Okay.
I follow.
Yep.
Okay. Inside the mausoleum, directly in front of you, is a casket made of stone, which holds Hiruk Dragonsbane. On the left, because as you saw, it was sort of like an octagon, how it was sort of shaped. On the left, on the left walls, there are murals of him forging the sword, him leading the army. On the right, it's him and his army battling dwarves and the dragon and ultimately slaying the dragon. In the center, above the casket, that almost appears as if it was carved out of the wall and then the rest of the room was hollowed around it. So the casket is attached to the wall off of the floor and that sort of thing. Above that casket is a mural of Hiruk, his wife, his son, and the son is holding a baby, which is your dad.
I tell them that. I'm like,
Yep.
that's my old man right there.
That little baby.
It looks like, yeah, a little baby.
Yeah, he was. We all were at one time.
So what
true.
do you do?
I don't. I guess I mean, I don't know. I inspect the place. I open the casket and see if the sword's
No,
there.
wait. Yamhorn sees you reaching for the casket and says, "Hang on,
Guys,
I want to.
I think he'll understand. I am his direct line.
If you desecrate his,
I'm not going to desecrate anything. I'm just going to peek inside.
I just want to look at the artwork. Can I look at the artwork?
Knock yourself out.
Okay, I want to look closer at the mural on the left that has the sword and the army.
Okay. You see him forging a sword, and you see him gathering his army.
Okay.
And I tell them the name of the sword.
I'm waiting to be impressed.
I don't remember it.
I wrote it down, but it's scribbles.
I haven't said it yet.
Oh.
I was gonna say what? I thought you did.
It's
I would have.
It's Drakentoter, which means dragon slayer.
In Dwarvish. Also, other languages.
German. Got little umlauts over the O.
Yeah.
Drachent umlauted Oter.
It's called Dragonsbane.
Or maybe it's Drakentoter. I don't speak German.
but
But
I want to
that's what it is.
subsequently look at the family mural and then the one of them fighting the dragon. Do I notice anything interesting?
they look like mirrors of exactly what you're seeing.
Okay. All right. I want to look at the casket.
Okay.
Is there any sort of inscription or anything on it?
Oh, that's fun.
No, there's not.
It's completely blank. No. All right. The casket. I was looking at the word immaculate as well. The casket on top of it is immaculately carved. The upper half of the casket, where the head and the chest would be, it almost looks like an effigy of Hiruk laying in the casket. His arms are crossed. He's holding the two hammers. The sword is underneath his chin, and the shield is there. So that's where the crest comes from. After about the waistline, it kind of gets like real carved out and sort of textured, like if you were hacking at a piece of wood and it has all the different cuts in it. But there is one of those classic pop punk, two sparrows holding a banners.
Does it say mom?
It says something written in Dwarvish script.
Which I can read. So what does it say?
This world is for kings and fools alike, but only one shall go on. And you know this as a sort of saying that has been passed down throughout the family. Also, on the shield, it's a little 3D. The shield, where they have the little middle deal or whatever, that comes up to a point like, he had a spike on it so he could like stab or something like that.
Like his bracers had a spike on them.
No, the center of the shield on the outside where that normal circle thing is comes to a very fine point because he would like a spike. So if he was fighting somebody, he'd hit somebody with that right in the face and they'd stab him in the eye or whatever.
That's epic.
He
was really good at killing people.
I point at the banner and I look at Durak and I say, Dwarf, what does that say?
It says, "This world is for kings and fools alike, but only
one shall go on.
But only one shall go on."
What does that mean to you?
I want you all to roll a perception check. If you've got like a stone bonus as a dwarf, you can do that.
Okay, so with my stone bonus, I actually get ×2 my perception.
For the record, I got a 2 total.
Great.
So,
Yamhorn, you're over there looking at that sweet, sweet mural. So you're like, oh, that's cool. See ya.
Yeah.
So with my stone
Milo?
cunning,
I'm looking at his great grandma.
I got a 22.
Okay.
So with my
22?
stone cunning, I actually get a 16.
Okay.
Even though I rolled an 8.
You're older. You're a little bit tired from the... a little bit tired. Ren, sorry, I had to look at your name. Ren, you notice that the spike of the shield, while this is a darker sort of brownish, almost kind of like red roxy stone, the tip of that is just a little bit darker and almost just barely looks like candle wax, like with the sort of like drip down. There's not like the 3D effect of it. It's just darker up at the top for a little bit.
I'll go ahead and point this out to you guys.
Oh.
Does it mean anything to me?
Just what?
Like
you
almost
interpret?
like it's burnt, or
It's just darker in color.
I grab it.
I don't.
Okay.
I twist it, pull it, push it,
Yank it.
yank
Bop
bop it.
You do all those things?
Yeah,
In the process of doing that, you cut your hand.
of course I do.
Yamhorn.
Freaking disgrace to my family. That's what this is.
Yamhorn.
And as you say that, you hear a low rumbling in the earth.
Oh, because they needed my blood.
Yeah.
I'm not a disgrace. I know what's up.
And the back wall starts to push in and go down.
You know, I never met my great grandfather, but
I think
this
you're
is
about
something
to.
I would do too. Rose of the family.
So basically, now the top, so be careful, the top stair of stairs leading down is the top of the coffin with the spike.
So we just step around the spike and go down.
Yeah.
Okay, I go first. I mean, yeah.
I think
I
this is
trip him
definitely
so
the
he
way to
falls
go.
on it.
It's dark in there,
Right
by
on
the way.
his boo boo.
I have dark vision. I'm a dwarf.
Don't.
I have candles. I'm gonna light a candle.
Okay.
I've got. I do have dark vision, but it's not as good for as far. You know what I
60
mean?
feet?
It's 30 feet and then 60
So
feet.
crew
as if it
drawing,
was-
that's sort of like
Oh.
the entrance of that was the entrance of the
Okay, there's
mausoleum.
How about this?
You're going down the stairs, so you light the candles.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to light the candle.
Thank
Wait, can I? You can tell me if I can do this or
I
not.
growl.
I want to light the candle and toss it down to see if it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I do that.
You see the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Is there
I'm already
anything
heading
interesting?
down there.
Barely,
It's
because
safer.
it's a long ways down there.
Yeah,
It's safe. I'm just looking out for our safety. That's all.
Duroc, you
I can
have
see.
the idea, and you relay this to Yamhorn that clearly it needed the blood of family to enter here.
Clearly, you needed the blood of family to enter here.
All right.
I'm already halfway down the stairs, so
Yeah.
I think Ren's right behind me.
Mhm.
It's just this guy
when
throwing
we catch
candles.
up, when we catch up to the candle, I pick it back up and I blow it out and I put it back in my pack.
Okay. Now, there is a small little sort of, 4x4 area. And you can tell just because right before you blew out the light, that's a doorway. What do you do?
I go into it.
Yamhorn checks the outside to see if there's an inscription or anything.
In the dark?
Yeah.
He can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got
There's not.
Okay.
It's very dark for me.
Okay.
Do you not have dark vision?
No.
Ren,
Okay.
do you need a candle?
I could use some light.
All right. I light a candle and I hand it to him.
I'm holding a candle to my chest.
Okay. This little light of mine. Now what do you do?
I keep going.
Okay, you enter.
Yeah, as long as
Through
there's
the
like
doorway?
a path, I'm gonna just follow it.
Okay. You enter into a room, and the second you do, torches light up all
Oh
along,
no! It's another mummy.
all along the upper areas.
Oh no! If this is another mummy, I'm gonna get up and leave right now.
And what you see when you enter, as you can tell, it's sort of flat, and then it curves around, and then it becomes flat again. On either side, you see 8 statues of your great-grandfather, all in a different fighting pose with the sword, but the statues' fighting poses matches around each other.
You
So,
guys-
like, whatever across from each other, they're doing the same thing.
You guys, having trained in martial arts, I think we need to master the poses in sequence and do them as a form.
Yeah, I've already mastered those poses.
Do it.
All right. So I guess I go to one side and I like signal you to go to the other side.
Okay. And I do my best to mimic the pose.
Yeah. The first one.
Perception
is,
check.
Oh.
Whoops.
God, this is like the 5th time I've rolled this.
It's up to you, Ren. I got a 5.
10.
7.
Okay, then you're just staring at the statues.
Okay.
The only thing you
Doing
do
goofy
notice as you get closer is that once when you first looked at them, because of the curve of the room, you assumed that they would all be evenly spaced. However, some are closer, some are farther away from each other.
I look at my adventuring party and I go,
I hate riddles.
Is the floor curved as well as the walls?
Yeah, it follows the wall. So it's just like how the walls, like it's
the floor is flat.
Yeah, it's like if you were to take a circle and chop off both sides, it's flat up here, and then everything curves around it. So like the walls go with everything, then the walls are flat, and the floor follows everything.
Gotcha. Can I do another perception check? I mean, since we're sitting here with tons of time.
Sure.
I'm going to touch your shoulder and give you guidance. You can use a D4 if you like.
Thank you, sir. That doesn't count.
Rolled it onto the floor. Classic red.
I rolled a crit.
Very good. So
You notice nothing.
The spirit of my grandfather guides me.
you notice that on the floor, very carefully carved in, it's pressure plates in front of each thing. The seam is so fine because of the dwarven craftsmanship.
Dang it, they're too good.
Only a dwarf would recognize.
So
them.
you recognize, you go over and you stand on the first one, and the torch above it becomes brighter.
Hey,
And you notice that the movement would probably take you to the next place where if you look close enough, it's probably another pressure plate.
yeah, do I think that they need to be matched on the other side too?
You would probably assume that since they're matching and directly across from each other, you should ask your buddy.
We were so close with our martial arts thing.
I did appreciate holding a martial arts pose with
Yeah.
you, but I think you need to go. You see that where it's kind of seamless over there by the other statue? You just got to go stand on that little. It's a pressure plate.
I don't know if you know who I am, but I don't see it.
I know. That's why I'm describing and pointing it
Yeah,
out to you.
still.
Okay, well, it's just go stand right there
Ren?
where I'm pointing. He's a halfling. It's not going to work. Go stand over there.
Ren, you
Okay.
get me. Yeah, there's definitely a weight thing on this. So, like, it's definitely like, because dwarves are,
Pretty.
pretty
Hefty.
thick.
Oh, so
Yeah.
both of you will have
All
to go
right.
stand on it because he's a half elf. So
Well,
Ren-
it's not that, but definitely a halfling who weighs what you weigh, like, 40 pounds or something?
No, I'm like 70.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
He's still
portly.
Don't get it twisted.
Sorry,
portly.
excuse me.
he weighs just as much as
all
how
right.
old he is.
So Ren,
That's what I was going for.
so according to the dwarf here, do you want to get on my shoulders for a little bit? Are you cool with that?
I think we could just stand next to each other.
Completely unnecessary if you quit screwing around.
How about you just stand on my shoulders?
Yumhorn.
What?
Then a trench coat appears.
We are one person. Okay.
I just point.
All right. I try my best to locate the pressure plates, and I do the pose as
Okay.
instructed.
You see that the torch above yours gets brighter.
Okay.
Is that supposed to happen?
So now I look at them and I say, now on the next one on my count.
No.
Oh.
on the DM's count.
So what you understand is you stand on the first plate, and that starts it. You have to do the move, and when you execute the move, that will take you to the second plate.
Oh, okay. So look, I'm familiar
Wait.
with these moves.
roll me acrobatics.
Both of us, because we're both doing the
Athletics.
plates.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
athletics? Athletics.
Acrobatics.
You said there's 8, right? So we have to get this successful in 8 times.
3. Yeah, this ain't gonna happen.
We're starting over.
You still have guidance.
Oh, yeah, but D4's not gonna help me.
Okay, so let's say. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Look, we're screwed. Is there a way we can just fight our way through the?
Wait, I
storm?
got a 10. Did I get
I'll
it?
just be up front with you. Meter beat 12.
Okay.
We're gonna
So
be
that didn't
here
work.
all day.
So we go back to the start.
okay.
Which is the only plate you were on.
We didn't get it right.
18.
16.
Good. You execute the first 4 moves.
Yes! First 4 moves. It's Rising Sun into Shooting Star. Those are the names of the forms.
Okay.
I'm just picturing my chubby little halfling guy standing behind you, watching you do these poses.
Now, you get to position 4, and you realize that there is a severe gap between 4 and 5.
Uh-oh.
And that the 4th stone, as you're coming up to it, the 4th statue, rather, is built. It looks like the way it's built, you can definitely tell they had to obviously hold something up in the air. But it's a jump with a hammer behind and the legs sort of back.
So I have a ring of jumping.
It's nothing that you couldn't do if you beat a 12.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Let's roll a 12.
And I'm looking to my friend here. Hey, do you got any more of that shimmering feel-good juice for me?
The feel-good juice, I could give you the +2.
Yeah, or what? Or the extra.
I can give you
P4.
guidance. I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Here we
I'm
go.
realizing I have to touch your hip.
Okay.
hot.
Come up and touch my hip.
Touch his butt.
Do I have to jump too?
You don't have to jump, but you have to get there because these things reset after a certain. You can't just sit there and do it.
Geez.
Like you have to
Hurry!
keep
Come
going.
touch my hip.
19.
Crit fail.
So we just got to keep rolling until we do
Back
this?
to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Ready? Yeah, we got to get
Natty 20.
that doesn't help me.
You still have guidance. You guys.
Wait.
both have
No.
guidance.
If I got a natty 20, does that help my bro out?
Nope.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
I just look extra good doing it.
18. Can we do athletics instead of acrobatics?
That's what he said. Athletics from the beginning.
No, he said
I
acrobatics.
said acrobatics.
14.
Good.
The next ones.
You get to the 4.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, roll. 15.
I'm taking your.
Yes. Roll the d4. Here you go.
I got
Oh, okay.
Oopsie.
Roll it. Good. Come on.
I got 12.
You meet, you make the jump, you do the swinging motion, you come down on plate 5, do the swirl over to plate 6, 7, and 8.
Yes.
And you complete.
So that's Rising Sun into Shooting Star.
Oh, I've got them drawn out. I'll do a better version of them, and I'll show you all the poses.
He's just. Can you name him?
I'm naming them right now. Rising Sun.
They'll be different.
Into Shooting Star.
Okay.
Into Mountain Rend. There we go.
All right.
So, as you do this, and you step off of the last pressure plate, the room is brighter than you've ever seen before. And the back wall all of a sudden sort of lights up, and you start to see that it's an archway. And the entire back wall lifts up all the way to the top. It's probably 25, 30 feet wide by about 50 feet tall. Mm-hmm. And as you see it, in front of you, there's a wall. Little bit of 4 or 5 foot space in the middle. And on either side, there's the crest from the top of the tomb. Mm-hmm. And a stairway going up, and a stairway going down. And that is where we leave it for this week.
Dang it.
Oh, guys.
Look, if I know anything about dwarves,
Up or down, up or down,
definitely
up or
down.
So, thank you all very much for listening. To my right, we have
Caleb is Yamhorn Doril.
Rhett as Durok Dragonsbane.
Milo is right.
and I've been Bentley Michaels, your DM. Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.